5 months ago, we began the journey of turning this stolen and recovered Lancer into a rear-wheel drive Evo. It's been a crazy journey so far, and this CA18 DET motor out of the Nissan Silvia looks right at home in the Lancer engine bay. But now that we've been announced as a driver for the LZ World Tour right here in Melbourne, it is crunch time to get this car finished, not only for the event, but we're gonna have it as a backup car in case our E36 BMW has a problem. We can fall back on this beautiful car and potentially drift it in competition, which would be absolutely mental, as that'll be the first time this thing will actually be drifting. But it's my goal at least to have it at the event. I think people would absolutely love to see it, and it would just be awesome to have it there next to the E36. But we have such a long list of things left to do on this car. Whilst I would say we have a majority of all the big jobs done, it's always the small jobs that take the most amount of time. We've got wiring to finish, we've got to plumb the engine up, we've got to finish the exhaust, we've got to finish the fuel system, put the interior back in the car, finalize a bunch of fab work, and put the drive shaft in. So it is not a small task in the next 6 weeks. Not only that, but I leave for Japan tomorrow for a week with a couple of friends from New Zealand. So it's kind of not the best time, obviously, to be going on holiday. But in saying that, Japan is always the best time, and I'll definitely be vlogging that trip. But today we're doing something pretty awesome. We are putting the rear interior back in the car. So last episode, we put our fuel cell into the boot of the car, and we covered up the big hole that we had in the floor. It's a pretty big milestone to have the fuel cell installed, and I'm super stoked with that. But now we need to put a firewall here to block the cabin off from the fuel cell. Once that's in, then we can go ahead and start fitting the rear seats, cutting them around the cage and seeing exactly how they're going to fit. It is a goal of mine, obviously, to have this car full street spec. So carpet in it, rear seats in it, and just having it feel on the inside like an Evo, basically. So first what we're going to do is measure the rear firewall and cut it out of the sheet metal that we have here. And we're going to go ahead and tack it into the car. Hopefully we can get a couple of other jobs done in this video as well. Let's go. So we have achieved another massive milestone. Our firewall is now tacked in. It's really hard to get a good angle of it because the freaking roll cage is in the way. But that's all done, which is pretty sick. Maybe I can get a better angle from here. That's better. So basically what I've done is you tack it all around, and then we'll go ahead and seal it off with body sealant, just like we have with everything else. But now that that's in, it means we can fit our interior into the car, or at least try and fit it into the car. So here's our interior, and I think the only thing that's really going to be in the way are these bars here. Luckily, like, the interior's in heaps of different pieces, so I think we can slot like the bottom one in, and then the back one is 3 pieces and it has like side pieces, so we can cut those individually to make them fit super nicely, hopefully around these bars, and have the interior and the rear just looking really tidy. I don't know why, but I just want everything in this car just to be like very, very tidy. I kind of imagine it literally looking like an Evo, obviously, but with the CA in it. So fingers crossed we can actually achieve that goal, but let's go ahead and see if we can make this interior fit. Suss this out. As soon as you start doing things like putting the interior back together, you get so freaking G'd up because that looks awesome. Now we have to do the side bits, and that's the things we have to trim a little bit. Shouldn't be too hard, actually. So there's these bits here, and they go up basically the back and in the sides, right? So all we're gonna do is just mark them with a marker, and we're gonna cut out the bolster stuff until it slips in nice and tidy around here, and then hopefully it just tucks in, and that will be the rear seats done, which would be so good. This car is so freaking light. It's crazy. I can pull it so easily by myself, as opposed to most of the other cars that we have in the shop. But we got the rear interior in, and this looks so good. Look at this. That is the dream right there. Absolutely pumped. So I cut all the foam out and they actually gave it a bit of matte black paint just to make it kind of disappear so that you can't see obviously the crap brown color of the foam. Let's have a look on the inside through the back, eh? It is full streetcar vibes in here, which is so good. Let's just sit down because it's been a while since I sat in this car. Oh, seating position is so good. I'm desperate to drive this thing, but look at that. Rear seats in. Mad streetcar vibes. This is gonna be so good. Mad handbrake. Oh, how good. Crazy. So before we drag the old girl out for a quick bath, we're gonna fit the side skirts properly for the first time, which is something that's been on the list for a while. This thing looks dog as without side skirts on. The side skirts literally change the whole look of the car and basically complete the body kit. I don't think they're made exactly for this whole kit. I'm pretty sure this kit's like bits and pieces. I thought it was a complete kit. So there may be like slight gaps that we have to fix up. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chuck the side skirts on. I'm freaking pumped to see them on the car without tape for the first time. This little tool in my SP toolbox is the honestly best tool in the world. You grab your little Phillips head bit or whatever bit you need, chuck it in the ratchet, and it's so freaking handy. You can get into tight spots like behind the wheels where you can't get a Phillips head, but you can get this wee guy. So freaking good. So good. Down she comes. That is what I am frickin' talking about. So there's still a couple wee gaps to sort out in the side skirts because I didn't mount them in the middle, so there's a gap here, but obviously when you put the middle mount on, that gap closes. The last side skirts that were on the car were like Sikaflexed on, so I'll probably put some sealant through there as well just to make sure that all stays closed and bolts up underneath. And there's just a wee gap at the front here that I just need to do a little dremeling up here to fill that gap, just to have it fit nice and snug. But like, that is just absolutely redonkulous. And as you can see, I've started laying bodywork on the front bumper as well, so these lines are all going to come together super nice. I cannot wait for this thing to be all one color. Holy moly, look at the stance on this thing, man. That is crazy. How good. We've definitely made a wee monster, I reckon. Here's a quick side view as well. Absolutely perfect if you ask me. And I'm definitely loving the rear bumper now that the whole thing has come together. Once it's one color, this thing is gonna look absolutely bonkers, man. So the team at Sonax Australia actually sent us out some detailing stuff for the race car and all the cars on the channel. So we're gonna give this stuff a quick go. I used it on the race car the other day. So freaking good. Smells insane. So we're gonna spray this thing down quickly and just wash it off. Let's give this thing a freaking clean. First time in like 5-6 months it's been cleaned. So I filmed the wrap-up video before, but my camera didn't film it in classic fashion. But the car is now on the hoist. She's nice and clean, which is so freaking good. Got the front bumper off at the moment because I'm gonna be doing a bunch of work on that. But that is a wrap on this episode because I have to go pack for Japan. As soon as we get back, this thing is full steam ahead non-stop. So the videos are gonna be absolutely pumping. I appreciate your guys' patience with the videos lately, but it is what it is. We're always pushing hard. We're always hustling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you guys so much for the support. Hit that like and subscribe button if you are enjoying what you're seeing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully a Japan vlog. Arigato. Hey. Anyway, peace guys. Catch you next time. Look at this, man. Fevo. It's gonna be crazy. Bye.